and I couldn't run, I couldn't work, I couldn't do shit anymore. And I didn't lose my shit. All that training I'd gone through, mental training I'd gone through, I was able to utilize it to find a lot of peace in myself, a lot of joy, and a lot of self-fulfillment. And it was actually not that bad of a time.
Yeah. Well, my favorite chapter in the entire book is the final chapter.
Oh, it's a sick chapter.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I was just so, because one of the things I've always sort of thought about you or been concerned about with you is like, is this guy going to just go to his grave grinding and just angry and resentful and
Right.
venging, against the world? Or is he going to be able to find peace? Is he going to be able to be content? Is he going to be able to find a way to find the joy and the gratitude for these experiences? Or are you just going to be fighting all the way to the end, man? And you found that.
Right.
Like, I was so happy to read that.
Yeah, I found it, but what's great about it is I found it, but I can still tap into it.
Yeah. Was there a moment of thinking, like, if I allow myself to experience joy and gratitude, then I'm not going to be able to be as hard, that I'm going to lose that edge that distinguishes me?
No, that's not it at all. What it was I never felt that my entire life. You're almost taught that shit. When you're born in a happy home and you're born around happy shit, it kind of comes out. I don't laugh. My dad beat the laughter out of me. When you can't read and write and you're trying to hide out in classes and please don't call on me and shit, and you're fucking all scared and shit, everywhere you go you're nervous and you're panicked and you're stuttering, and your whole life is that shit. There's not joy in that shit. That becomes who you are no matter how much you change. You're scarred. So people are like, my God, man, you never smile, you never do this. It's my life. It's my life. So you gotta teach yourself how to read and write and also fucking smile and say, it's okay. A lot of things aren't like, man, why don't you do this? Like, I don't judge people. That's why I don't judge the people. Man, you don't smile, you look so hard, look this. Read my book and don't forget where I came from. It's who you are. You have to undo that shit. And no one came down and trained me on how to be happy, how to find peace, how to do this and that. That's why I'm so glad I found it through suffering. The greater the suffer, the greater the peace I found. But you have to reflect on where you came from the dungeon of hell that I came from. I had to reflect on that shit to find final peace and be able to say, wow, motherfucker, if you die in this bed at 40 years old, I'm the happiest motherfucker in the world because I did it. I pissed people off along the way. Some people don't like me, Merry Christmas, whatever. But you can finally look in the fucking mirror and you can cuss on damn rich roll shit and don't care what they say about you and be happy with it.
The non-judgmental part is a lesson that you had to learn the hard way too, right?
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. I used to hate people not liking me. One of the hardest things in the world for me at a young age was, my God, I just want to fit in. I want to fit in. I want you to like me. So that's a horrible fucking place to be in life because you lose yourself. When you want to fit in with people so badly, normal fucking people, no better than you. You do whatever you can to fit in. That's a bad place to be. You lose yourself in trying to create a character that other people will accept. And that's where I found a lot of joy, man. This is God. This is me. I speak in the third person. I'm fucked up. I got some shit going on. I'm still working on myself. Take it or leave it. You don't like me? Take a number and get in line, man.
And does that involve like a spiritual perspective? Like, what does that look like for you?
I am even though people may not believe it, because I cuss, which is hilarious, I believe in God big time. I've had this voice in my head since I was a young kid. So what trained me was that voice. And I'm not going to go God on you right now, because I don't care if people believe in God or not. That's not my place. I'm not here to judge you. You have your own life and your own things to deal with. This voice in my head guided me to the spot where I'm at today. And if you don't believe that you're here for a reason, your life will seriously hurt. And I started looking at my life and all the shit I went through as God put me, God, whatever you believe in, put me here to go through this. And now I see all the hundreds of thousands of lives I'm changing by the hell I went through. There's a lot of power in that. So my purpose as I started going through this journey Instead of looking at like, woe is me, God, man, why the fuck, man, why? I started looking at it as, it's the perfect training ground. You knew exactly what you were doing. You knew exactly what the fuck you were doing, obviously. You put me in every situation possible to tell a story that needed to be told.
Yeah, looking back, it's like every domino was lined up perfectly to create the person that I'm sitting across from right now. And also, you took advantage, you leveraged all of those opportunities to be that best version of yourself.
I did. As afraid of that, I mean, it was a very scary road. A guy who was afraid of a lot of things, to then find power in fear, to find power in overcoming fear, and to get to where I'm at today, where there's very few things that I'm really afraid of because I know how to control it. I know how to manage it. I know how to work it to my advantage now.